Hey there, welcome back to my channel. I am Dr. D, the Quantum Alchemist, and here I drop education to help you on your self-mastery journey because most people don't realize that their body is already responding to what you're feeling before it even happens. So, why is that important? We manifest from our feelings. Feelings are magnets. The feeling side of life is one big giant magnet. Today, I want to talk about this energy. This current energy that we're under is unlike anything we have experienced, at least in this lifetime, before. So, we really do need to learn and adjust how to navigate to this. And if you've been following me for a while, you already know that we have a multi-body system, and each layer we have to kind of go in and clean up. It's not, a fairy godmother, bippity boppity boo wand type of moment. This is the most important work you will ever do. For those of you who have religion in your background, when Jesus said that it's easier for the camel to go through an eye of a needle than somebody to do, go down this path, this is what he was talking about. He was talking about going inward, reconnecting with who you really are, meeting that I am presence. That I am presence isn't in this context, it's not outside of you. There's not some old man in the sky that you have this set of rules, and if you don't follow these set of rules, then you're a sinner and you're not going to be able to walk through that door. Guys, that story, just like most of them, have been twisted, taken out of context, and had different meanings put onto them to keep people stuck. When people are in fear and doubt, they are easily manipulated and controlled. We don't do fear, we don't do doubt, we don't do manipulation and control over here. And if you come over this way and try to send any of that energy to this collective, it's going to bounce right back and play out in your own life. So tread carefully. This is the energy we're under. The old ways, the old personality, the old altered ego ways that kick up, that we've been talking about, that keep us playing an old story. And if you listen to the story, are you the victim in the story? Are you the one not being chosen? Are you the one left out in the cold, or whatever it is? Guys, that's valuable data for you. That is feedback, and we love feedback, feedback, feedback. It's just like input, input, input. Why? Whether you like hearing it or not, and it may trigger the bejesus out of you, that's okay. Why? Yeah, triggers don't feel good, but it's important data. Data that you need to make a different choice. One thing I want to highlight today, especially in this energy, and I talked about it in yesterday's video, which is feeling into whatever it is you want. If it's money or abundance, are you already waking up each morning as if you already have the abundance? Are you still waking up, and as soon as you wake up, you're checking your bank balance? And I'm not saying waking up and checking your bank balance is wrong. What I'm saying is the intent and the energy that you're doing it in. How do you know your intent and energy? What are you thinking? What's that internal dialogue saying? So if you're waking up, checking that bank balance, And it's from that place of lack or not having or doubt or worry or concern. That's the old energy. That old energy has momentum. You have been trying to cut the links in that momentum. So that's why I'm saying be aware of where your thoughts go. At this stage in life, your responsibility is being very disciplined, like an Olympic sports player, and ease and grace, happiness, joy, love, and peace, along with abundance and health. That is your goal. One, it's a birthright. Why haven't you experienced it if it's a birthright? Everything is consciousness. And if you've bought into, and I don't even know why the religious thing's coming up, but I cannot get away with it. So we're going there today. We are going down that slide. So somebody needs to hear it. But religion, if you have any type of organized religion in your background, I don't care what it is, okay? The point I'm making is organized, structured religion is not the answer. Organized, structured religion is part of the system. What system am I talking about? The system of the matrix that has created this hologram, so to speak. And when I say hologram, you may refer to it as reality. But the reality is only reality if that's what you believe. Not only do you believe that, you think about it and you feel it. So a thought and a feeling together becomes a belief. A belief isn't true. It's only something you keep repeating until you decide it's true. So guess what? You can change that. In this energy, I'm working with and seeing a lot of people struggling in this area. Doubt has kicked up big time. And when we go through this time of the void, and that's what we've been in. So if you've been feeling like silent, wanting to pull back, kind of isolated, but then getting a little mad that you're isolated and you're not out with people, but you're not really resonating with the people. Guys, you're right where you're supposed to be. That is part of the process. You are swimming through the void. You are in your Dory stage from Finding Nemo. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. Yeah, it's the void. Just keep swimming. Don't talk to anybody. Keep all your hands and fins next to your body. Don't reach out and touch somebody. Don't go looking for the answers or somebody to come along and, throw you a hook and reel you in. None of that. This is where you are building up your spiritual muscles. You are learning a whole new way of being. You are releasing the matrix beliefs. You have escaped the hologram. So hear me. The hologram is the life that you've escaped, that you've experienced. It's all 3D. It has kept you away from what you want. So now in the void, you're not who you used to be. You're not fully having those experiences, but you have no idea where you're going. You don't know what's going to happen. So in neuroscience, as I've been sharing with you, this is where neuroplasticity comes in. Why? Because your thoughts and beliefs, whether trauma or not, your thoughts and your beliefs have rewired your synapses and how they fire. So that whole survival mode, it's a program, but yes, it rewrote the synapses in your brain, the way they fire. So now they've been following a survival trail. You can operate in that. You think you're controlling all of that, only because it feels familiar and the story is very familiar. Doesn't mean it's truth. Just because that was your experience, again, experience doesn't equate to truth. Your brain and the universe will always conspire to give to you not so much what you want, but what your frequency is, what you are a vibrational match to. Now, in this void period, this is where you could get weary in good doing, weary in the waiting, weary. And when you get weary or tired or you're not seeing things happen, guess what? Altered ego personality, boom. It's like hitting, play on a cassette tape or CD or whatever the hell it is nowadays. Hitting play. It cues up the old program. It will love to, grab a cup of coffee, sit down at a table and banter with you back and forth. It absolutely loves that. Why? Keeps you in the hamster wheel. You're not going forward. You're not going backward, but you're just spinning your wheels in the now, scattered the energy off of, hell, you've walked off the practice field. You're sitting over at the bar. Okay, you and Monkey Mind are making a pact over at the bar and it's everybody else's fault and this is why you can't do this and then blah, 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 blah. Honey, that conversation's not going to change unless you stop entertaining it. And you have to stop entertaining it within your mind. You got to give it a new story. This is the neuroplasticity that I'm talking about. We now want to rewire those synapses to be on board with the original programming. Hear this. Obsession for what you don't have and wanting it is doubt. Letting go, knowing that in the right time it is going to come to you, that is the vibration. That is the unbothered peace, love, trust, I know it's coming, energy that will make it come to you faster than you realize. But it's the obsessing over what you don't have. I'm so sad I don't have this. I can't pay these bills because I don't have this. Or, I want to go do all these things. I love life, but I want somebody to do life with. And that's not coming in. Then you turn the void period into like a depression, I'm never going to get out of this. When in the void, you are so close to living the life that you desire or to have your harvest come in. Why? Because the universe operates in cycles. Don't believe me? Let me just break it down a little bit. Aside from 2026, because the weather has been wackadoodle, where I'm at, we are experiencing like all 4 seasons, hell, 5 seasons in one damn day. So, but historically, this would be a good analogy, which is we've got spring, summer, fall, and winter. We have different seasons. Things act differently in those seasons. This journey also has seasons. The season of the void always comes before the next level up. So that monkey mind, that personality that you're entertaining and that you're spending your time with, just going back and forth, it's draining your energy, it's draining your life force, and it's like pouring bleach on your garden, expecting a harvest and then blaming everybody else. But nobody else was in your shed. Nobody else had access to your desires or your garden. Nobody else took the bleach out of your shed or wherever and poured it on your soil. You did that. Now, you may have done it as a reaction to what somebody else did or didn't do or how they made you feel. Again, that's giving away your power. This narrow road that few find, it is not easy. It is the hardest path you will ever walk, but it is the most rewarding. And here's a spoiler alert. At some point, everybody walks this path because it is the design, it is the journey. So they may not be walking the path right now, but at some point, their own life will lead them back to the same journey and work that you're doing. Right now, you are just drinking poison if you're comparing yourself, looking outside of yourself, or wishing somebody else would have done this, and this. That is 100% mental masturbation. You're not even going to get an orgasm off of that. Okay? I mean, hey, if you just want to, diddle all day, that's your thing. But I'm here for the people who are tired of themselves, tired of their own shit, and really want support and that guidance and just having someone in their corner to make the changes. Because I can't do it for you. I can hold your hand. I could talk you through it, but you're the one who has to do the work. Whether, you're working with me, taking my advice, courses, whatever, or somebody else. It's a universal law. And here's the thing, altered ego will make you think that you can manipulate or think your way into tricking the universe. You've already done it. How's that worked for you? In case you don't know what I'm referring to, like I said in yesterday's video, if you're saying, I don't want this, that whole restaurant, going to the restaurant, opening the menu, telling the waitress everything you don't want and why you don't like it, barely mentioning what you really want, but the whole conversation is focused on what you don't want, to where the waitress didn't even remember you mentioned Tuscan chicken because the whole conversation was with meatloaf. So you were served meatloaf. You get served meatloaf and now you're mad. How did this happen? This is exactly what I didn't want. I had this whole conversation of what I didn't want and this is what I got. No shit fucking Sherlock. That's the universal law. You kept your attention on the meatloaf. You got the meatloaf. System works. So if you're done talking about the meatloaf and being served the meatloaf and you really have this epiphany of, oh my God, I just have to not mention the meatloaf. Like, why am I even talking about the meatloaf? Habit, it's a habit. Personality is a habit. On your way to the Olympics, in your practice and in the void, you are practicing releasing. That's what's happening. You got to release the meatloaf. Don't look back over the meatloaf. Back to the meatloaf. Don't mention anything about the meatloaf. Don't even mention the ingredients. Tuscan chicken's what you want? Then Tuscan chicken better be what's coming out of your mouth when you're ready to order. Now, you don't go to the Universal restaurant and have the conversation about Tuscan chicken, order the Tuscan chicken, and then as soon as the waitress leaves, the rest of the conversation is all about the Tuscan chicken. Why? You put in the order. You know that Tuscan chicken's coming in. Why do you need to spend the next 15 minutes, 15 days, however long it is, talking about the Tuscan chicken? For those of you who are going, but Danae, you said blah, blah, hear me out. There's seasons for everything. Yes, you have to visualize it. You have to feel it. You need to have your attention on it. But here's the key that most people miss. You have to also release it and let go. Because if obsessing over something brings in doubt, when you release it, let it go, you go on, you're having a conversation at the restaurant with whoever you're with, and the conversation is just, it's great, it's fulfilling, it's all of these different things. Before you know it, Your Tuscan chickens arrived in front of you faster than you really thought. Why? Your attention wasn't on it. You let the universe work. You said, hey, I want the Tuscan chicken. I'm in resonance with the Tuscan chicken. I did the work. I planted the seed. Now I just need to enjoy the now moment until it arrives. You have had years and years and decades of practicing this and watching how the universe works. You know universal laws are true. The issue is you've just been practicing them from a broken filter. You're not broken, your filter is. You've been filtering it through the matrix, trying to apply survival mentality to abundance, to freedom living, to the I am presence. The I am presence is a completely different vibration. It already knows the plans it has for you. It already knows how amazing life is going to be. Are you ready today to turn the keys over to your I am presence and say, you know what? I'm done with meatloaf mentality. Ooh, I like that. I'm going to start using that. I'm done with meatloaf mentality. Today, I may be in the void, but I'm going to keep swimming because I know if I keep swimming, I am going to end up in the pool of my dreams. I just haven't arrived there yet, and that's okay because I am arriving there. I already, in my consciousness, am there. I am waiting for my physical reality to catch up. That's what happens in the void. You're waiting for the physicality to catch up. So just like Dory, she's swimming, but eventually, and I don't remember the whole movie, so if I misquote this, whatever, but they kept swimming, then all of a sudden, I think they came into the strait. You know, there was more water flowing. I mean, it was a whole different vibration. Same shit's going on right now. We're in the void. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. That's what we're doing. We're swimming. But it won't be long until we're in this new flow of abundance, of ease and grace. But you have to qualify that daily. When you're waking up, before your feet hit the floor, make sure you're greeting yourself. You're greeting your angels, your guides, you know, whatever you believe in or whatever, you know, practices you have. But make sure you're setting the intent, you're qualifying the energy. You're not allowing doubt to show up. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it here. I hope you got something out of that. I will be opening a handful of spaces for private energy sessions. So if you want to get in on one of those, I am preparing for the Blue Lotus Festival in-person event. So I will honor the festival event prices for you guys if you want to book. So look for that in the description box below. Again, I'm sending you guys oceans and oceans of love from the bottom of my heart. And just know that what you feel, you make real. Make sure you're choosing your feelings on purpose. Bye, guys.